I'm not okay. You know, you have a channel that's about, you know, navigating grief and mental health, and, you know, how to go through dealing with the mental health issues that can pop up while navigating grief. But the interesting thing about filming videos for a channel like that is that mental health can have an impact on whether or not you're even able to film a video. And that's one of the reasons for why it's been fairly silent on this channel over the past several weeks. We got through musical season in our family, and my oldest absolutely killed it as Bert in Mary Poppins, which was just such a magical thing to watch. You know, the kid has never taken a dance lesson in his life and just kind of came by all of this honestly. You know, he put in the work. He put in the work to learn how to do all this choreography, you know, put in the work to get his voice to where it needed to be. And, you know, it just shined through his performance, and that was such an amazing thing to see. You know, my second born, my daughter, she was in the cast, kind of like the background chorus. So she got to do a lot of dancing and singing in the background, but I have no doubt that in the future she's going to be speaking, if not main roles, because out of all of us, she is the most vocally talented. But musical season definitely took a lot out of me. Acting as a taxi to the kids, it was a lot of late nights, you know, as it got closer to show day, or show weekend, and just a lot of back and forth, and, you know, in addition to just my normal back and forths with various activities that my kids are involved in. And as I went through that weekend, the only thing I could think was, man, I wish she was here. She would be so proud of him, of both of them. And this is kind of how I've been. For the littlest things have been setting me off. She would have been that. She loved that musical. She loved the movie. And to see her son play that role, she would have absolutely loved every second of it. And it was the first year that she didn't get to go. You should have seen her last year after he played Lumiere in the Beauty and the Beast, and just, I mean, her face just lit up. That's how she was with all of our kids. So I'm not okay. It's been a rough time of parenting, doing it by myself, and I just feel woefully inadequate to do it. And it's just been a tough time dealing with the day-to-day. I'm trying to find a job, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to apply for. I'm applying for lots of random things, but I worked a corporate insurance job for over 17 years. And now I feel like I'm starting at square one, and I can't even get an interview. So there's been a lot of conversations between me and God, just asking, hey man, what do you want from me? If I'm not applying for the right things, just tell me what you think I should be applying for, what you know I should be applying for. Like, I need to find something that makes money soon. And that's been a major stressor on me over the last, well, it's been a stressor for a long time, but especially over the last month, I've made some very bad financial choices in the past 11 months. It's April 16th as I'm filming this. It's officially 11 months since she went home. And I just feel like I've royally screwed everything up in that time frame. And now I'm just digging myself out of the hole. And I know beating myself up about mistakes that I've made is not a good way to solve it. But it's hard, you know? It's hard not to think about, well, I wouldn't be in this position if I'd just been smarter. And I already struggle with feeling inadequate as far as intelligence and things of that nature. Sure, I got a master's degree and stuff, but I mean, really, that's just a piece of paper. Really, I mean, it's a piece of paper and a testament to pig-headedness, pushing through it. So now, here I sit, and I just feel like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders. I don't like using that phrase because I feel like it's almost trite because of the way it gets used a lot, but I mean, I literally will wake up out of a sound sleep and have a panic attack. That's been the new fun thing for me over the last several weeks. A lot of that comes from the poor decisions that I've made over the past 11 months and how often I feel like a failure as a parent. I have a lot of encouraging people in my life that, tell me that I'm doing a good job and all that, but man, I don't feel like it a lot of days. So I'm working through a lot of stuff right now, and I just wanted to explain the absence on here. I have a great video in the pipeline, but even writing the script for that has been extremely triggering because it's caused me to look back on those days when we were going through all the funeral stuff, all the time spent talking to people in the funeral home, and just putting myself back in that time frame. It's really difficult. You can't pour out of an empty cup, and I just feel like mine's bone dry right now. And I want to make this channel about helping people, and I guess maybe use me as a cautionary tale. But I genuinely want this kind of positive to come out of an absolutely wretched situation. I have no idea how I'm going to handle the next month, especially as we get into May and get closer and closer to the day. My youngest's birthday is on Mother's Day, and all I can think about is I just want that day to be so special for him, because he knows. He's 7 years old, but that kid has more emotional intelligence than most adults that I know. And he recognized it even before I ever said anything about it. He's the one that said it to me one day. My birthday's on Mother's Day. And just the sadness in his eyes. He struggles a lot at school with being sad. And he just really struggles with that idea of why did this happen when it did? Why didn't he get more time with her? That's one thing that he's explicitly stated. So I just want the day to be so special for him, And I also want to celebrate her. I don't want to hate Mother's Day every year because I love my mom. But she was the best mom. I can't help but think a lot of the time that my kids really got the short end of the stick, and me as the one that's left over. So I want to celebrate her, even when it hurts. Her stone also went in at the cemetery in the last, I don't know, month and a half, somewhere around there. I lose track of time. But her headstone finally went in, and it's beautiful. But man, standing there, looking at that, standing there over my wife's grave. It hits different, for sure. It really does. In my belief, having the faith that I do, I know she's not there. It's just the body, that she's at home with Jesus, with no concept of pain or sorrow. But I got plenty of that to go around. And standing there looking at the handprints from my kids that we had etched on the stone. It just breaks my heart. I don't want this video to just be a woe is me video. Like I said, I wanted to explain my absence, but I did say from the outset that this channel is going to have the real and the raw, that I'm not going to hide anything, and this is where I'm at right now. May 16th, it will be a year. Her birthday's May 14th. A lot of tough days coming up. So, please be patient with me. Because in a lot of ways I've healed a lot, but in also a lot of ways I'm still standing over that hospital bed. Anyways, I'm still there. So, I love you all. I'm so grateful to people that watch these silly little videos that I make. I'm so grateful to people that have had kind words and have just encouraged me through the literal worst year of my life. If you happen to be in this circumstance, losing a loved one, I'm right there with you. Put in the work. I just had therapy today. Put in the work. Time does not heal all wounds. What you do with the time is where the healing comes. So, again, stick with me. I didn't write any kind of script for this, so that's why I'm a little bit meandering. But I got more to come. I've got, like I said, a really fun video, I think. It's going to be a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but also still with that heart of wanting to help. That's coming, if I can just finish the script for it and get through that. So, love to you all, and we'll see you again soon.